can I say about Violet Evergarden? I think that the first thing I'm gonna say is that in terms, not in terms, I have never been emotionally invested and emotionally impacted from any kind of, not just anime, but a show in general, or a movie, or anything like that. I have never been emotionally impacted and emotionally invested in something as much as I was with this anime, Violet Evergarden. Like, first of all, the premise of the story, it's about a woman named Violet Evergarden who, I'm kind of a sucker for characters who are detached really from their emotions and figuring out what other people's emotions are and stuff. And basically, this show, this anime series, is about her basically learning what a certain sentence it was from this character. At first, you know him as the Major, and you can tell that he is a very huge, important role for Violet in this story. And she basically has to figure out, throughout this show, she tries to figure out what it is that the last words meant from what the Major said to her. I think the first episode you find out what he said to her, and basically she has to find that out throughout the entire series about what he said to her, because she's completely just detached from how she feels internally and like emotionally and stuff. I'm starting to choke up a little bit, but this anime, this is going to be an uncut. I'm trying my best to be spoiler free. There's really nothing too much to be spoiled about, but it's going to be like basically spoiled free, uncut review. Every single episode, like, it is impossible for somebody or for you or for anybody who did watch it. You're lying to me if you weren't emotional throughout the entire show. Like, it was, for me, like, all 13 episodes, for me, I was emotional and I was choking up, whether it would be from being, like happiness or sadness or joy in the show. Every single episode, I was choking up and emotional. I believe half of those, I was tearing up. I was like about to cry. Like, my eyes were watering and everything. There's I believe 3 to 4 episodes where I straight up just bawled my eyes out. I completely just lost it, like, with my tears. I couldn't even, like, I was going to get up one episode and just, like, I had to, like, walk away for a second, but I sat there and I watched and I bawled my eyes out so hard. I have not cried like that since, say what you want about Sword Art Online, but the second season, the Gun Gale Online, whatever, and then like the finale with I forgot her name is Austin, I believe. Asuna Yuki, I believe? Or is that Asuna's name? But the girl with the purple hair that had like that terminal illness or something and she was dying, so she went into the game, like, that was basically her life because of the messed up stuff that happened in real life, that the virtual world basically became sort of her reality. And when she died, I straight up bawled my eyes out. Again, like, say what you want about that show, but that stuff, I don't know how somebody could have, like, kept their composure. I have not cried that hard for Violet Evergarden. I have not cried that hard since that Sword Art Online, since the Yuki died in Sword Art Online Season 2. I've not cried that hard before, period, for anything. Not even just anime, but for, like, movies and like, other TV shows and things like that. I have not cried. There's, like, 3 to 4 episodes in Violet Evergarden in the series that made me just bawl my eyes out. Like, I couldn't control it. I just started crying hysterically. Especially, I'm just going to say this, episode 10, you will lose it. Like, from what happens at the end with Violet, and from the characters that are in that episode, you won't be able to handle it. And the finale episode, never in my life has this happened to me in, like, an anime again, or in, like, a TV show or anything. I have not cried. I have cried twice in the same episode, in the finale of Violet Evergarden, episode 13. I bawled my eyes out twice. I thought I had my composure the first time I cried in that episode, and then all of a sudden, a few minutes later, I lost it again. Like, that has never happened to me, period, in any kind of show, or any kind of movie, or any kind of anime. I straight up lost it. All of the characters are beautifully done. Like, the way that they were able to do edit and choreograph and direct flashbacks to the present day, to actually episode 10 that had a flash forward kind of feel to it. The way that they set it up, edited everything in this show, not even including the music. When they add the music, like, I was crying, like, not even thinking about the music, but then adding on to the music blew my mind, blew me away straight up with just crying. Like, I don't know how to stress this enough. This anime, whatever comes throughout the year, I don't even care. Like, this anime deserves any kind of award that it is going to be, like, categorized in. Straight up deserves it. I don't care what anybody says. Violet Evergarden, straight up, one of my favorite women of anime, period, now. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, this anime just knocked up to, it just took the place of my favorite anime, my top spot as my favorite anime of all time, period. That's how emotionally invested I became after, like, the first episode, or the first, like, 5 to 10 minutes. That's how emotionally invested I was in this anime. It was so beautifully done, and also, it felt like I was watching a movie. Like, the art is so beautiful. The animation is so masterful. With the music, with everything that's going on with characters, and also there are some parts that have some, like, actually good action, which is really cool. All of these things put together creates a 13-episode season of a gem, a masterpiece of an anime. I am so happy that I got back into anime again with this anime. And first of all, these episodes, each episode is a story arc in and of itself for a character in that episode. Like, each episode has basically a character, or each episode is narrated by a character whose life has been changed or has been impacted or has been touched by Violet Evergarden. All the while, these story arcs and these characters and stuff all woven into this big story arc, this 13 episode season about this girl Violet Evergarden. Like, each character basically, like, they narrate their first impressions about Violet and how she also impacted or changed their lives at the same time in one episode. All the while, Violet, at the same time, learning about emotions and about how she personally feels about things and learning about other people's emotions and stuff. All of it woven into this beautiful masterpiece of an anime season of 13 episodes. I cannot stress this enough. If you have not seen this anime, you need to watch it. Like, now. Like, when you're done watching my spoiler-free review. I don't know what else to say, except it was so beautiful. Like, there's one thing, for me personally, there's one thing to say that an anime was just great and fantastic and stuff. When something is top tier for me, I say that it is straight up beautiful. A beautiful masterpiece. And that is what this show is. And at the end, I don't think, it's not a spoiler, but at the end during the credits, it says that there's a new project confirmed about Violet Evergarden. And the thing is, for me, I hope that it is not another season. I hope, because basically everything is solved or resolved in the show, except for maybe one or two things that I could see them making into a movie. I think it should be more of a movie than another season. I don't want to say why, because I want you guys to see the movie, or to see the show, see the anime series. But I 100% prefer a movie adaptation, or not adaptation, or an anime movie of either one or two, or one thing or another thing that you find out in the show that I think could make a good 1.5 hours to 2 hour anime movie about Violet. I hope that they do that, but if they do another season, I'm perfectly fine with that, because this anime has become my favorite anime of all time, like, period. So, like seriously, it tugs at your heartstrings. Like, some animes, they tug at your heartstrings. This anime, personally for me, took those heartstrings, ripped them out of my chest, tied them up into a rope, and slapped me in the face with it. That's how emotional I was throughout this entire show. And I hope that you guys love this anime as much as I did. And I'm so happy that I have been on a hiatus for anime for like probably like the longest time. And this is an anime that got me, that I decided to be like, this is the first anime that I'm going to watch to get back into anime. And boy, did it impact me in a ridiculously hard way. Like, I thought I was getting punched in the face with emotions. And it was just so beautifully done. Such a masterpiece of an anime. So anyways, guys, that is it for this one. If you liked anything that I had to say about this anime, like the video if you did, leave down in the comments your favorite, not your favorite parts of the anime, because I want this to continue being spoiler-free, but how much you loved this anime just overall. And yeah, like, just I'd like to just hear your thoughts about how much, like, it meant to me just so much from what this girl goes through throughout this whole show, and the past that she had that is pretty damn sad to what she is now at the end of this show. Like, just leave down in the comments your thoughts about what I said, your thoughts about the anime without spoiling anything for viewers and stuff. And yeah, subscribe to my channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, different discussion videos, Star Wars videos, and things like that. I'm going to start doing a lot more full anime reviews, not just like, anime episodes, My Hero Academia, things like that. I don't know if I'm going to like get back into like doing weekly episode reviews and things like that, but I'm definitely going to be doing anime reviews again because this anime just hit me like so freaking hard. Like a freaking semi like ran me over or something, with a semi of emotions ran me over with this anime. But yeah, so yeah, subscribe to my channel and stuff. So gentlemen, stay classy, ladies, stay sassy, but most importantly, everybody, you gotta stay a little nasty, alright? So peace and love, and I will see you all later in the next video. May the force be with you always. Peace out.